All right, good morning, everyone. This is Judge Kassan. Thank you for joining us. This is the 8:45 a.m. docket on June 23rd for the City of Olmos Park Municipal Court. This is a pretrial docket as well as an initial appearance docket. I will be calling the docket here in a few minutes, but I wanted to give some preliminary instructions. All right. When I call your name, if you have not yet entered a plea on your case or cases, I will be asking you how you plead on your case. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. If you plead no contest, you are not admitting guilt. However, you're choosing not to contest the charges and you just want to resolve the matter today. That would be a plea of no contest. If you do want to contest the charges, you would enter a plea of not guilty. You would then have an opportunity to visit with the prosecutor. And if you're not able to resolve it after speaking with him, we will set your case for a pretrial setting and thereafter a trial setting. All right. You do have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. You can choose to waive the jury trial and instead have a trial by judge, also called a bench trial. That means I would hear the case or another judge in Olmos Park would hear the case. Okay. That would be a plea of not guilty, and that would mean you are contesting the charges. Okay. If you do need to visit with the prosecutor, he is Mr. Frank Dixon. He will be speaking to you in a breakout room. If that's the case, you will receive a notification that will pop up on your screen. If you'll click that, you'll go into a breakout room with him to discuss your case or cases. All right. However, if you do want to resolve your case today, there are some options that may be available to you. The first of which, if you are here for a traffic violation, a moving violation, you may be eligible for the driving safety course. If you have not taken that in the last 12 months for a ticket dismissal, you may be eligible. You must have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance in your name. All right. You would then have 90 days to complete the course. Upon completion, you return to the court with your certificate and your driving record, and we close out the case, and it does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. The other option that might be available to you is deferred disposition, sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days, depending on the violation charged. There is a special expense fee that must be paid. That fee will vary from case to case. There may be some conditions placed upon you during the deferral period. That may include attending a course, completing community service hours, maintaining insurance, obtaining a driver's license, etc. Again, those conditions will vary depending on the violation charged against you. If you are successful in complying with the terms and make your payments accordingly, the case will be dismissed and does not appear as a conviction on your record. Okay. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the driving safety course, nor for the deferred disposition option. If you are under the age of 25, you must take the driving safety course by state law for a moving violation. If you are here because you have an equipment violation, maybe an expired registration, a tail light that was burnt out, and those items were corrected, you may be eligible for a compliance dismissal anywhere in the range between $10 and $20. Okay. If you need an extension of time, a payment plan, if you are requesting community service hours, etc., or if you have questions specific to your case, I'll be happy to address those with you in a few minutes individually. All right. If you, again, if you'll be speaking with the prosecutor, you'll be heading into a breakout room with him. All right. I will call the docket now. If you're here, please take yourself off of mute and let me know that you're present. And I just ask that you remain on mute until it's your turn. All right. Thank you again for your patience. I'm just going to call the docket now. Gilberto Abundis. Thank you. Valerie Acosta. Valerie Acosta. Christopher Alvarado.
Present.
Thank you. Samuel Andres Aponte. Samuel Aponte. Miranda Arevalo.
Present.
Thank you. Roberto Barron Jr. Roberto Barron Jr. Antonio Benison. Antonio Benison. Corey Michael Butler. Corey Michael Butler. David Alexander Chapa. David Alexander Chapa. Erlinda Cortez. Erlinda Cortez. Stanley Doherty Jr.
Present.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Ricardo Davila. I see you there.
Present.
Thank you. Charles Garza. Charles Garza. Patricia Godley. Patricia Godley.
Present.
Thank you.
Present.
Thank you. Rosa Gonzalez. Rosa Gonzalez. Juan Guerrero. Juan Guerrero. Connie Hoover. Thank you. Alexandra Marie. I see you there. Thank you. Janet Meffridge. I see you there. Thank you. Adrian Nofshisi. Or Attorney Briones. Adrian Nofshisi or Attorney Briones. Harmony Pardo.
Present.
Thank you. Javier Perez. Javier Perez. Leon Savage. Leon Savage. And MD Siddiqui.
Present.
Thank you. I have someone with a phone number ending in 501. What is your name, please? If you could press *6 to unmute. Phone number ending in 501.
Hi, this is Samuel Orellana Aponte.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, I couldn't unmute myself for some reason.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I got you down.
Thank you.
All right, very good. So we will be going in alphabetical order, ladies and gentlemen, in the order that I called you on the docket. So I just ask for your patience as we work through this. And it looks like someone else has just joined. Phone number ending in 701. What is your name? If you could press *6 to unmute. Phone number ending in 701.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
What is your name?
I'm unmuted. Leon Savage.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Savage.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. All right, so first we have Gilberto Abundis. Yes, sir, if you could take yourself off of mute for me, please.
You got to get. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Abundis?
Okay.
Hello.
There you are. Okay, good morning. How are you?
All right.
All right, very good. So let's see, you have 3 violations here. You have a violation for possession of alcoholic beverage. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Another one for possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
And another for speeding 38 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of these today, sir?
We could pay online, yes, or
Okay, were you looking to try to keep these off your record, or were you just looking to pay these out in some sort of payment plan, or what are your thoughts on that?
I can get them off my record. That'd be good, but
All right,
whatever.
On the speeding violation, do you have a driver's license and insurance?
Yes, but they took my driver's license
Okay.
at the time.
What's that?
I did. But
Okay, but you don't have one now.
No.
All right, I'm gonna have you speak with the prosecutor about trying to work these out and then maybe entering into some sort of plea bargain, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, you'll see a little pop-up on your screen there. If you'll click that, you'll go into a breakout room with him, okay?
Alrighty.
All right, thank you. All right, next up is Christopher Alvarado.
Good morning, Chris
Good
Alvarado.
morning. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a charge for display expired registration. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay. Did you get that taken care of by any chance?
I did. I took care of that, and I did submit to Olmos. Unfortunately, it was a few days late, so
Okay. Did you submitted a copy of that to us?
I did. I submitted photographs of before and after,
Okay.
and I did pay the fee with registration department.
All right, you did take care of that. Okay. Let's see.
I did notify them that it was
Valerie, do
okay.
we have that somewhere? Let me see if we have that in the file.
Let me check. Was it email, sir?
It was through an email, correct?
Okay.
I believe it was on May 22nd.
Okay. All right.
And I believe my due date was the 19th.
All right, we're gonna double check that. If it checks out and we can confirm that it was properly obtained, then it'll just be a $20 compliance fee, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Let's see if she can track that down for us here. And you said you did email it to the Olmos Park email address?
I'll have to check. It may have been directly to a person, but I can
Directly
look.
to a person? Okay.
I
All
did
right.
get a response, and
Oh, okay.
we will have to check with that. Is there a way to get back to you? It's a little bit challenging on the phone.
What we can do if you want, do you maybe have that in your email? You can just resend it and then we can check it out today. And if it's fine,
Yeah.
we'll notify you by email. That'll be a $20 fee.
Fantastic. Will do.
All right. If there's an issue, we'll also email you about that and let you know what the fine will be in that case. But if it's fine, if it checks out, it'll be a $20 fee. Okay.
Fantastic.
All
Thank you,
right. So
Judge.
if you could just resend it, that would be
I will.
great. And
I'll do
then
that.
we'll let you know one way or the other. That way you don't have to hang on the line till we track it down. Okay.
Fantastic. I appreciate it. Have a great
All
day.
right.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. And make sure you resend it so we can take a look at it.
Absolutely. Will do.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, next is Samuel Ponte.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, ma'am.
All right, let's see here. You have a charge for operate a motor vehicle without a license plate or with only one license plate. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. Another one for ran stop sign. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay. And another one for violate driver's license restriction. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
Okay. All right. So tell me what is the driver's license restriction that you have on your license?
It was what's it called? My glasses.
Okay. You weren't wearing your glasses?
Yes, ma'am. But it's only for night times. And that was during the day.
All right. Do you have any proof that it requires you only to wear them at night?
I could talk to my doctor because my doctor is the one that told me that it's only necessary at night whenever I'm having trouble looking for.
All right, because I'm sure the driver's license does not indicate that, right? It just says glasses required, right?
Yes, ma'am. I believe so.
Okay. All right. Otherwise, the fee for that one is $184. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What about the stop sign violation? How did you want to take care of that one?
Can I talk to the prosecutor
Sure.
for both of them, please?
Very good. All right, just hang on. He'll be with you shortly.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, next is Miranda Arevalo.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. You're cutting out a little bit, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So it looks like you have a display expired registration. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
All right, and you did submit something, is that right? Let me
Yes,
see.
ma'am.
Let me check this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. It'll be a $20 compliance fee, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you could either send that in by mail or drop that off in person, and they'll close that case out, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, you're very welcome. You'll have 1 week to do it. So by next Friday, I believe it's the 1st, okay?
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, have a great day.
You too, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right, next is Stanley Daughtery.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, how are you today?
Well, thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
very good. Okay, let's see here. You have a violation for drove wrong way in a designated lane. How do you plead on that case?
I'm not guilty.
All right, very good. Trial by judge or trial by jury?
I guess I'd just do a jury trial.
Okay. I will have you speak with the prosecutor here in a few minutes, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. Just hang on a few minutes. He'll be with you shortly, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I've got an agreement on Mr. Abundis. I don't know
Okay.
if he's back yet or not. I don't see him where he's, oh, there he is. Okay. So Judge, on the possession of alcoholic beverage, it's a no contest plea, 180 days deferred disposition, and a fine of $443.30
Okay,
with a payment plan to be determined. And then on the speeding, no contest plea, 180 days deferred, a fine of $349.70. Says he can put 300 down next week,
okay,
and he'll need a payment plan for the balance.
okay.
And he is over 25 years of age. And then once he pays off those two, I'll dismiss the other case, Judge. And you know, he did get arrested that night. It's a DWI first. That case is still pending. He said the reason that he didn't appear on these is he thought everything was in one court, and that happens to people sometimes. So that's the background on that.
Okay.
And
All
no
right.
accident.
No accident. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Abundis? All right. You're on mute.
Hello?
Okay. Is that your understanding of the plea offer from the prosecutor?
Yes.
And are you in agreement with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And he indicated that you could make a $300 payment next week. Is that correct?
I could do the 349.70.
All right. So you'll take care of that by next Friday, the 1st?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then we will place you on a payment plan for the other one. All right. We will need a $40 initial payment on that one. Okay.
Okay.
When will you be able to make that initial payment?
As soon as I can figure out how y'all accept it, like the online process.
Okay. So if you're going to make a payment over the phone or online, it has to be a minimum of $100, and you'll contact the court to get instructions on how to do that. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. So once you pay the $349.70 for the speeding violation, we'll get you started on that deferral. And then we will need an initial payment of $40 on the other one to get you started on that deferral as well. Okay? And then you'll have a monthly payment each month for the next 6 months. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, very good. So just make sure you contact the court next week to make that payment, and they'll get you started on the other payment plan as well.
Alrighty.
All right, any questions?
No,
All right,
Nope.
just make sure you contact the court by next Friday to get started on that deferral.
will do, Judge.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Too.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon, you have Samuel Aponte,
Okay, I'll visit with him.
and then after him, you have Mr. Daugherty.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Next is Ricardo Davila. Mr. Davila, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see here. You have a charge for operate a motor vehicle without a license plate or with only one license plate. How do you plead?
No contest.
You have another charge for fail to drive in a single lane. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
And another for possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
All right. What happened with the license plate issue? Has that been taken care of or not?
Yes, my bumper had fallen when it rained. I just fell off with the bumper included. I got another one and a new license plate.
All right. Was that the front or the back that was?
The front one.
Okay, so now you have one in the front and the back?
Yes.
All right, so I can reduce that fee for you. It's still quite expensive because it did go into warrant status and then into collections because you failed to appear. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right, so we'll work with you on the fine on that one because it's been corrected. All right, how did you want to take care of the other two violations? You do have a moving violation and then the possession of drug paraphernalia charge. Were you looking to perhaps do a deferral, or what were you looking to do with that?
What is the deferral entail?
That's a probation. It would be a 6-month probation. You'd have to take a drug course and take a driving safety course.
Oh, okay. And would those
That
be
would,
on-
if you complete everything, that goes off your record.
Oof, 6 months. No, I just want a payment plan, Judge.
You just want a payment plan on all these?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Or can I do community service on them?
Are you might be eligible. Are you working, or what's the status there?
I am working, yes.
Okay, is that a full-time or part-time job?
Full time.
Okay. Will you have time to do the community service hours?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Let's see here. Let me see what the balance here is. Unless you have that for me, Valerie, his balance.
Let's see. $1132.30.
Okay. All right. All right, sir, you're going to do 8 hours of community service for the license plate violation, 24 hours for the driving violation, and then 32 hours for the possession of drug paraphernalia charge. Okay,
Okay.
just understand that by requesting community service hours and completing them, these will be closed out as a conviction. Okay, they're not going to be dismissed. They will appear on your record. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're merely closing them out with community service hours instead of making monthly payment. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand that?
Yes,
Okay, so we're clear.
yes.
Okay. Now, I will not assign a location for you to do these hours. You must find a location on your own. However, it must be a nonprofit organization, okay? Do you live in Bear County somewhere? You live in San Antonio area?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it can be any nonprofit in the Bear County area, okay? In Bear County. All right, so that can include a food bank, a soup kitchen, a homeless shelter, a church, Goodwill, something like that, okay? As long as it's a nonprofit, it must be a nonprofit organization, okay? All right, do you have an email address?
I do.
All right, if you could email the court and request your community service form, they'll send you one and then you have the organization fill that out for you, okay?
Okay,
All right, they're also going to send you that information by email as to how many hours you need to complete, okay?
okay.
All right, I'm going to give you 90 days to complete those hours. That's 3 months, okay?
Thank you.
All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, very good. All right, so be on the lookout for that information to come your way. And if you have not already provided the court with your email, go ahead and do that so they can send that to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, any questions before you go?
No, man.
All right, well, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, you're free to go. Mr. Brianna, you're here for Adrian of Shissy?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, very good. The prosecutor will be with you shortly, okay? All right, thank you. All right, Patricia Godley. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Stay fine, and you?
I'm doing great, thank you. All right, Ms. Godley, you have a city ordinance violation on the prohibition of weeds, brush, and rubbish. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
All right, I'll have you speak with the prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next is Connie Hoover. And Ms. Hoover, you are on mute. If you could unmute for me, please. Should be a button you can push on.
Okay, I got it. Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right. Okay, let's see. You have a speeding violation, 35 in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead?
Not contest.
No contest. Okay, how did you want to take care of it?
Well, I'd like to speak to somebody to get it reduced because I wasn't speeding. So
Okay.
who do I talk to?
I'll let you speak with the prosecutor, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, sure thing. Just hang on a few minutes. He does have a few people ahead of you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, next is Alexandra Marie.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good. Let's see here. We spoke and I asked you if you could provide a registration receipt. Were you able to do that?
Yes, I submitted the documents. I want to say yesterday or the day before that.
Okay. Valerie, do we have that by any chance?
Yes, ma'am, it should be. let me
Is it in
check
the
the-
book? Okay, let's see here.
Yes, Dropbox.
All right, very good. So it'll be a $20 fee, okay?
Okay.
All right, can you pay that by next Friday, the 1st?
By next Friday, yes.
Okay. All right, just make sure you either mail in a check with that or money order, check or money order to the court with $20, or you can stop by and make that payment in person.
Okay.
All right, you're free to go.
And I had a question. I'm sorry. Because I know today I'm supposed to make the second payment. I was supposed to make the second payment of $57, but I won't be able to until next week. I don't know if you can just give me until next week to make that payment.
On the other violation, you have a $57 payment.
Yes.
All right, can you make that by the 1st as well?
Yes, that'll be fine.
Okay. Valerie, if you can make a note in the file for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you'll have both those payments due on the 1st. So that's a total of $77, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you're very welcome. Have a good day.
You too, bye-bye.
All right, thanks, bye-bye. Mr. Dixon,
Judge, on Samuel Laponte, I've got an agreement.
okay,
On the operate motor vehicle without license plate, that's going to be a no contest plea, 180 days deferred disposition to keep it off his record, a fine of $305.50 with $40 down by next week, a payment plan for the balance.
okay,
And then on the violate driver's license restriction, which was eyeglasses, no contest plea, 180 days deferred disposition, a fine of $131 with a $40 down payment next week and a payment plan for the balance. And then dismiss the other case if he does all that. He's a college student. He's looking for a job. And then he said that one that was a warrant that it was right before COVID and, you know, I don't know what happened with the notice, but he's here today. So.
okay. All right, thank you. Mr. Aponte? Sir, you're on mute. There we go. All right, is that your understanding of the plea offer from the prosecutor?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. So I'm going to go ahead and approve that. So you'll have those two amounts, 40 and 40, for a total of 80 due by next Friday, the 1st, and then we'll get you started on that deferral, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, you're very welcome. Just make sure you contact the court by next Friday or stop by in person to make those payments, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Thank
All
you.
right, you're free to go. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. You too, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, Frank, you have Mr. Daugherty.
All right, Judge, thank you. I'll visit with him.
All right, thank you. Next is
Hello?
Frank. You're on mute.
Sorry, Judge, I had one of my other part-time jobs calling me. I had to tell them I'm busy. I need to go to the breakout room, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Next is, let's see, Janet Meffridge. Good morning. How are you?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Let's see here. You have a speeding charge, 39 mile per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of it?
I was hoping to get community service. I really can't afford this ticket. I was actually doing a good deed and I would like to tell you about it if you'll listen.
I will. Let me just tell you, if you want to request community service hours, it will be a conviction on your record. Okay. Just keep that in mind, but go ahead and tell me what you want to tell me about.
I was driving home from work one day. I saw my coworker walking, looking very confused. So I pulled over into a parking lot. I called him. I asked if he was okay. He said his car had broken down. He was walking to the bus stop. I said, do you need a ride? How can I help you? He said, I live 20 minutes away. If you're free and you can take me, that'd be great. So I took him home. I was in a rental car. I was in an area I had never been to in San Antonio, was not familiar with the area. After I dropped him off, probably 2 minutes after I dropped him off, I got pulled over. I had plugged in home in my navigation system, was using it hands-free, was trying to figure out where I was going, and I got pulled over. I was not driving super recklessly. I know I was going 39 and 30. Like I said, I didn't know the area. It was just all very, disconcerting, but I can't afford to pay anything. I'd rather not have it on my record. Is there anything I can do to have both, to not have it on my record and not pay? I don't know if there's other options besides community service. If that's all I can do to avoid the fee, then so be it, it goes on my record, but I was hoping, you know, I have a clean record. I'm not a reckless driver. You know, it was just, you know, it just happened and I don't know what to do.
Okay, no, I understand what you're telling me. Let's see here. All right, so the community service aspect of it, yes, that will be a conviction on your record. So I can work with you on the fee and reduce that for you, okay? And then give you time to pay that in payments, okay? So it's not gonna have to be an upfront, complete upfront cost, okay?
Okay.
From what you're telling me, I'm taking all that into consideration. You're employed full-time or part-time?
Full-time, but it's pretty flexible. I mean, if I, you know, I can get time off to do something like this, so.
All right. All right. So again, if you do the community service hours, it would be a conviction. If you wanted to do the deferral, I could place you on that deferral and I would reduce it to, let's see here, $134. Let's see, wait a minute, let me see. Sorry, I'm sorry, that's just court costs. I have to do $144, okay?
Okay.
So that would be a reduction to 144, all right?
And I could do a payment plan, that's what you're saying?
And you could do a payment plan. We would need an initial payment, and I would reduce that for you to $20. So an initial payment of $20 and then give you 4 months to pay it off.
And that would not go on my record?
Correct.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. So it would be a $20 initial payment. Could you make that by next Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so an initial payment of $20 by 7/1. Total due would be 144, but we'll stretch that out over 4 months. So the balance of 124 will be spread out over those 4 months, okay?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. The only condition would be that you not receive any additional moving violations during that time period. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right. Very good. So just make sure you either stop by the court by the 1st or mail in a check or money order for that $20 payment. Okay.
Okay. So mail in or stop by the court. Okay.
Okay. So 120 days deferral and then payment plan each month for the balance owed. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
All right. You're very welcome. Best of luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Let's see. Next is Harmony Pardo.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's see here. You have a charge for speeding 40 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. You have another charge for expired operator's license. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
And then another for possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
What's the status of the driver's license?
I'm actually trying to pay off a ticket in San Patricio County. But it's getting hard for me to pay it off. It was just it went so long without paying it that the fines just got so yeah, it added up. But I don't have it yet. I'm just working on that payment plan. I was just gonna simply ask like to reduce, you know, the fines of I could do community service for, I really don't want this drug paraphernalia on my record at all. So the other ones, I'm fine with it being on my record. I just really can't afford to take on like 3 more tickets. It's gonna not let me ever get my license, you know.
All right, let's see here. All right, so the possession of drug paraphernalia. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. And let's see, how old were you in April?
25. I had just turned 25.
You had just, when's your birthday?
March 26th.
Okay. All right, so you were already 25 when you received these tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so the possession of drug paraphernalia. Let's see, that one would be $301 for the deferral, okay?
Okay.
All right, you would have to take, that would be a 6-month deferral, 180 days, okay? You would have to take a 4-hour drug awareness course.
Okay.
And that's something you can take online.
Okay.
Okay, upon completion and upon payment of all the fines for that one, that case will be closed out. Okay, so it will not appear as a conviction.
Okay.
All right. When could you make the $40 initial payment? Would you be able to do that by next Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. All right, then the operator's license, you said you're working on trying to get that. Is that
Yeah.
something you think you can get in the next 6 months?
Yeah, in the next 6 months, yes, I think so.
All right, otherwise you're just looking at a fine on that one. The fine is $184.
Okay.
All right, do you think you can get it?
I believe so. It's gonna be, I own my own business and it's very slow right now. So I'm just trying to, get by. And I also have a child, so.
All right, so you're really just looking to pay out the other two then. You don't want to work on a deferral on either of those. You just want to pay out those the moving violation and the license ticket?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, let's see here.
Yeah, if community service is an option for those, I would love to do that, just because I really can't afford these payments.
All right, well, let's work on that then.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna have you do 20 hours on the speeding and 10 hours on the driver's license, okay?
Okay.
All right, and that's at any nonprofit in Bear County, okay? I'm assuming you live here, is that? Okay, so any nonprofit in Bear County, they will send you the form, okay? Unless you stop by in person and you can pick that up, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you can, again, stop by the court to make that $40 payment. And if while you're there, then you can pick up the form for the community service hours that needs to be completed and filled out by the organization where you perform the hours, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, on the community service hours, you will have 90 days to complete those. And the deferral will run 6 months, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions?
No.
All right, very good. Just again, make sure you make that payment by next Friday. So just stop by or contact the court to make that payment, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on Mr. Doherty, he's going to maintain a stance of a not guilty plea. And I
Okay.
want to reset that, but he seems to think that he's on deferred for a previous ticket out of Olmos Park, and that deferred is about to expire in 30 days or so. I don't see any notes on the docket sheet, but I personally don't have any intention of pursuing a probation violation. I know that's the court's domain, but I do think if we reset this one for about 60 days or so and that probation has expired, we're going to be able to resolve this one.
Okay,
He's just trying to be cautious in that regard.
I see. I understand. Okay.
So he said he had 35 days left. I double checked with him if he thought it was almost. He said yes. He was 99.9, 100% sure.
Okay.
So I think if I reset till August 11th, I think, I don't know.
He is
if
on deferral till July 22nd.
July 22nd. So let's reset him till August 11th with just another me and him meet and greet and discuss the resolution of his case, and then hopefully his probation is expired by then.
All right, that's acceptable to me. Mr. Daugherty, is that acceptable to you?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, very good. So we'll see you back on August 11th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're very welcome. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, Frank, you have Mr. Briones who's here for Adrian Nofshisi.
All right, Judge.
You also have Ms. Godley after that.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Leon Savage.
Ma'am,
Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing okay, ma'am. I'm doing okay.
All
You?
right, I'm doing well, thanks. Let's see here.
All right.
All right, you have a speeding charge, 40 in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead on that, Mr. Savage?
Well, ma'am, I ain't had a ticket in 35 years, so I was listening. So I guess I guess the bottom line is, and I'm deferring this back to you, is I got CDLs and I was just trying to keep the points off. Okay, so I really don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying, ma'am? I just, yeah. So I don't want to say something wrong, so I'm kind of deferring it back to you to see which way I go. I'm just worried about my CDL. You know, the points. You know.
I understand, yeah, because these are two moving violations. So let me just tell you, because you do have a CDL, you're not eligible for the driving safety course, and you're not eligible for a probation or a deferral. So you're just looking at fines, sir.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, so you're looking.
Ma'am, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just going to say, so you're looking at paying the fines, and that ultimately may result in points on your driver's license.
No. I don't want that now.
Okay.
So,
Why don't I let you speak with the prosecutor,
so
okay?
I got to, you telling me I got to pay a fine and it goes on there also?
Yes, you pay a fine and it will appear as a conviction on your CDL.
I don't know, make no sense. Okay, so what are the two violations?
So you have one for speeding, 40 in a 25-mile-per-hour zone, right?
Which I don't know I did anyway, but I was gonna let that go. But I never passed him up. I don't know how he ticketed me. Okay, go ahead.
All right, then the other one you have disregard official traffic control device.
But see, now that's the problem I have, because he says that. No, may I explain, please?
Well,
okay.
let me let you explain to the prosecutor, okay? Because you decide whether to move forward with the case.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I didn't want to be rude to you. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Please.
you're good.
Okay.
You're fine. Now, but just hang on a
Thank
few
you,
minutes, because he does have a few people ahead of you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Do I unmute, ma'am?
You can go back on mute and he'll be with you shortly, okay? All right, thank you. All right, and then I have MD Siddiqui.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Good.
Good. All right. So is it Nafreed?
Yes, you can call me Nafreed.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Let me see here. You have a charge for ran stop sign. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. And do you want a trial by judge or a trial by jury?
Trial by jury.
Jury. Okay. All right. I will also have you speak with the prosecutor in hopes that maybe you can work it out. Otherwise, we will set you for that trial. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Just hang on. He does have a few people ahead of you. Okay. So just I ask for your patience. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. And also, one more thing. I know my hearing for this case was just a while back, but I couldn't attend it because I was sick. So I sent my doctor's note as well. And my apologies for that. I tried, but I was extremely sick, so I just couldn't attend.
All right. No, I appreciate you letting me know, and I'm glad you're doing much better.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Thank you. Just hang on a few minutes, okay? All right. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, Ms. Hoover. You're hanging on to speak with the prosecutor, okay?
Okay, well, that video went dead. There's no video, and I didn't know if I hit a button the wrong way or what.
Well, yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you anymore, but I can hear you, okay?
Okay, so he'll be able to hear me too?
Yes, he'll be able to hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do I just hit this done speaking button then?
Not sure. Is there a mute button, or I can, let's see here.
There's a yellow button here that says done speaking. I just don't want to lose him.
Right. Well, you'll get a pop-up on your screen there that when it's your turn to speak with him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I'm going to call the docket one more time, Valerie, okay? All right, Valerie Acosta, Roberto Barron Jr., Antonio Benison Antonio Benison, Corey Michael Butler, David Alexander Chapa, Erlinda Cortez, Charles Garza, Rosa Gonzalez, Juan Guerrero, and Javier Perez. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I do have an agreement on Mr. Briones's case in Ufchisi.
Okay,
It's a no contest plea, 180 days deferred disposition, a $355 fine, $40 down by next week, payment plan for the balance, maintain insurance. And there is potentially restitution, Judge. So I'm asking for that, but Mr. Briones is going to supply a copy of the plea paperwork on the DWI case. He's already on probation for that, and they have ordered restitution. I think there was damage to the roundabout. So that is supposed to be a part of his county probation.
okay. So that will be taken into consideration once you receive that paperwork?
I think so. If that's as part of his Class B or Class A probation, then the county can collect that for the city. But if Mr. Briones could supply that to me and the clerk by the end of next week.
Okay, very good. All right, Mr. Briones?
Yes, Your Honor, that's our agreement.
Okay, and you are okay with that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. If you could just send that into the court and to the prosecutor by next Friday, and then have your client make that $40 initial payment, we'll get him started, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll also need a copy of his insurance if we don't have that already, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to go. You're excused. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Good to see you. Have a good day. All right, Frank, you have Patricia Godley, and then after that you have Connie Hoover.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I'll visit with Miss Godley.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I've got an agreement, but we're not really going to start it till we come back next month on her dogs on a tether cases. But let me just tell you what the agreement is, and then we'll fill in the blanks. It's a no contest plea, a conviction, and a fine of $131. And she'll need a payment plan for that. But I guess I want to reset for sentencing till next month with the other cases, so that payment plan doesn't start right away. So, Judge, she got a ticket for junk vehicle. She's been making payments on that. She still owes $100. She's 79 years old. Then 1 week after the tethering law went into effect, got 3 citations, 3 dogs, they're fine. Reset those 90 days for sentencing, which is next month, to monitor, and then some kind of deferred and payment plan from there. In the interim, got this ticket. The son says that it's not weeds, it's rubbish, which would be a trailer without wheels that he's working on that he's got out of sight now.
Okay.
So, you know, when it's all said and done, all I can do is cross my fingers that they don't get another citation. But that's what I want to do. Conviction 131, but we're going to roll that into next month's setting. So essentially, that's what I want to do, Judge.
We'll take them all up at that time. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, sounds good. Miss Godley, Miss Patricia Godley?
Ma'am.
All right, ma'am. So we're just going to reset you until next month, and then we can hopefully try to work to resolve those beginning next month, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, just keep working on the yard there, and we'll see you back in a month, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're waiting on Ms. Hoover.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, go ahead, Frank.
Judge, I'm going to dismiss that. It's kind of an ex post facto plea bargain, but she's paid in full on a stop sign violation from the same traffic stop.
Okay,
So I guess she just kind of went there and did that, and it kind of comes out in the wash. So that's what I wanted to do on that one. Just
Okay.
dismiss warning on the speeding.
all right, very good. All right, Ms. Hoover, are you okay with that? You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Are you okay with the results?
Yes, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you so much.
All right, you're very welcome. Thank you for your patience this morning. Okay, we're going to close out that case.
Great. Thank you and have a great day.
Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Frank, you have Mr. Savage, and he has let me know that he is a CDL holder, okay?
Okay, all right. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I have an agreement on Mr. Savage. He is retired, but anyhow, with the CDL. So what I want to do, Judge, is on the speeding, I'm going to reduce that and report that as an offense of speeding less than 10% over the limit.
Okay,
And I think the clerks just send it in as a generic speeding conviction with a conviction and a no contest plea, a fine of $169. He said he could pay it today, so I'll just say next week. And then dismiss the other one, Judge.
okay,
He is, I don't want to use the term elderly, but he is retired. He's a volunteer athletic coach. He really doesn't do any truck driving anymore, but he's just one of these folks that still has the CDL. It certainly can affect your insurance rates. So
sure.
that's what I came up with for him.
Okay, Mr. Savage?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you in agreement with that offer from the
Yes,
prosecutor?
ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am. So it doesn't go on my CDL, right? Per se or whatever. How does it work? Is that correct? I
Well,
want to make sure.
Judge, if I may, Judge, Mr. Savage, it is a conviction. It does go on your record, but with the less than 10% over, there's no points on the CDL. That's the
Yes.
deal on
Yes, that's what I was talking about right there. Yes, sir. I'm completely agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, very
Complete
good.
agreement.
All right, I'll go ahead and
Yes.
approve that, and you'll have until next Friday to make that payment, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And thank both of y'all. Like I told Mr. Prosecutor, I've been listening all day, and y'all some of the best people I've seen do stuff. Really have. And y'all out to help people. Y'all are
All right.
fantastic. Really. Really. It's
We
just not. I know y'all busy. I'll let y'all go. Coaches can talk all day. Okay.
We appreciate your kind words, Mr. Savage. Thank you so much. You
Yes,
have a lovely
you're
day,
welcome.
okay?
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. All right, Frank, you have Mr. Siddiqui.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Dixon, you're back.
Yes, Judge, on Siddiqui, I'm going to dismiss warning. He's going to pay the $50 warrant fee. And he says he can pay that as soon as possible, like today, but I told him next week. I know sometimes we can't take payments right away.
Right. Okay, Mr. Siddiqui, are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. So you'll have until next Friday, the 1st. We usually ask people not to go today just because we're in court all day. So the
Okay.
clerks are split between helping me, okay? So if you could just wait maybe tomorrow or sometime next week and make that payment, okay?
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, have a great day. Take care now.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, no break.